National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and our home team. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is from. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. And it's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Franklin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982, and that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable, because so many of them were. 982 and counting.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and as a result, possession switches hands. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the handoff, Dillon. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Herbert off of play action. This is caught. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the home side to take over on offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Play action. It's Herbert. Flush to his right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second.
After review the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Going long for Coates. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He completes it to Beckham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Very short kick, taken right at the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
As they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And they will take a knee here. So we have reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play here for Dallas. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Justin Herbert looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 17. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And maybe a small... Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So how about... that for a chain mover. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On second down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw here, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On fourth down, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Franklin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So on fourth down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead will swell by one more. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On first down from... And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Final minute now of the third quarter. To try again after the sack. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
69 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Herbert operating from the red zone. Now they go screen. It's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Beckham.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On second and goal, Herbert. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
What's up, man?
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From. He finds his man, complete. That's Haynes. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. They bring their punter out there now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw from. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Looking for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. From under pressure, and they got to him again. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Fromm to throw. This one complete to Coates. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the rough season continues as they plunge to 1-13. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.